Mbappe is the best player at this World Cup, and this guy is here to win the World Cup again. Nobody knows about this guy's mentality. This guy's mentality is a winning mentality. He is actually in his head.
He's a winner
I heard somebody
already.
speaking about him.
If he wins the World Cup twice, he's better than Messi.
And
he's better than Ronaldo.
Already?
Nah,
you can't. Nah,
Pele won it 3 times.
So the group stages, first round games have all been played. We've also managed to see an appalling game tonight, England
Against
USA. But we also saw Iran and Wales have their second game. However, what this video is all about is rounding up what we thought after the first round of the group stage games. Who do we still think the teams that we thought were favourites? We had a top 5.
We had a top 4, didn't we?
Top 5. I think we included Portugal in there in the end.
Okay.
And then we had a secondary group. Do we still believe those teams are the same? So
well, initially, what I said to you initially was Argentina haven't lost a game. For 36 matches, they haven't lost. In comes the Lions.
Saudi!
The Lions of the Desert.
Yeah, no. Lions of the Desert is reserved
I know,
for Libyans.
but you're not there, so.
No, reserved for Libyans.
So they can take it.
They're not the Lions of the Desert.
Okay, but they were on this.
They're the Bedouins of the desert.
But on this occasion,
listen,
they performed
the match,
like lions.
They did.
Okay,
but the match was played in the desert.
Okay.
So that's the thing, though. Could this be Saudi Arabia's World Cup?
I don't. This is what I was
just
about
to
say. Qatar's done it out. Qatar out.
We did already talk about this. Let's get back to Qatar, man.
Forget Qatar.
Great World Cup, by the way. Great stadiums. Hosting it well. Very, very hospitable. But yeah, the football's a bit,
They should stick to plan. They should plan a World Cup for another country because they will do it very, very well. Playing in the World Cup,
they need to just outsource.
Forget about it. But they can really, really do. They should come to England and say, "Listen, guys,
we'll do the World Cup.
We'll do the World Cup for you.
You just play.
You just play. Yeah.
Oh, they already do. Yeah, they already do in England. You're right. Producer Abdi is right.
I think
so
for my top team to win it is still Brazil.
Still Brazil, but after the first half. Do you still think they had it like that?
Because when he made them substitutions, listen.
They don't need Neymar.
No, they do. But listen, once
Neymar's their main man.
Listen,
he created the goal.
Listen, bro.
He created the goal. He did the bit of movement.
Every time he got the ball, there was 3 or 4 Serbs on him. Did you see the size of his ankle? He took a beat in that game, man. Like against a team that has, like for example, if you come up against Spain, this starting 11 from Brazil would.
Yeah. So let me.
All I'm saying is this: Brazil's still my number 1.
Okay, Brazil's still number 1, but let me tell you one thing about Brazil for me. And luckily, Neymar's injured now.
He's only missing 1 game.
So I don't want to see him play Paqueta and Neymar in it. I want to see Fred play. I'm not going to lie. I want to see Guimaraes or Fred play people who keep the ball simple. Because we've already got too many ballers who hold the ball for too long. Let Neymar play.
Not only that.
Let other guys play. You see how Casemiro, how good he played?
Oh, beautiful.
Just feeding the ball.
He played so well.
But
Paqueta, did you see the passes he was making diagonally?
Yo, that's why his manager did call him the best defensive midfielder in the world.
But he wasn't playing extremely defensive.
Yeah, he was making the play.
Yeah. Paqueta played more defensive than him. But Paqueta's movement, Paqueta's passing, and just his. Okay, look, Paqueta is young as well, right? And this is the thing you see. Like, if you think about it, I know a lot of people think Fred isn't all that, apart from Bahar. Bahar loves him, right? But in this team right now,
that's what you're missing, isn't it?
That's what they kind of need. Because when Fred came on, I'm sorry, but he changed it.
He did.
All of a sudden, it looked way more fluid, it looked way more natural, way more smoother, and the game was flowing way better.
It's because you've got 2 pivots now. You go back and they go. Look,
no, but Fred. One thing about Fred, Fred is a very humble player. That's the only way to describe him. I don't know if he's a humble person, but on the pitch, he's a humble player. As soon as he gets it, he knows I've got to get rid of it. As soon as he gets it, right, bang, you can have it, take it, you deal with it. Whereas Paqueta did too much.
He did too much. He's a creative player. So what the Brazil manager obviously tries to do is play 2 8s who are kind of more attacking players and let them kind of run the game.
But he didn't really create much.
But it didn't work. As soon as the second pivot came on, it became much, much better. Still, for me, that shows a sign of a top team, great bench, can impact the game. They still had control of the game from start to finish. They still didn't look weak defensively.
Listen,
that's why they're up
also,
there. However,
when Rodrigo came on, listen, he looked really sharp. He looked really good.
I liked all the performances as well. I liked Junior's performance.
Yeah.
I thought Junior he showed that stop-start. He reminded me a bit of Mbappe. Because the only other player that I've seen
Can do that.
in this tournament is Mbappe, where
yeah.
he stopped and
Bang, he's gone.
And he's gone. No defenders catching that. And he created the second goal for Richarlison. So he was involved in both goals. He had the shot for the first goal. So Junior, for me, looks like he's going to have an amazing World Cup as well.
He will.
So that's a really solid team with solid backup options. Richarlison, why he plays, we've said it before, we've said it to each other.
But you know what,
He plays
right?
because he doesn't like the ball. He doesn't need the ball to play.
He's not. You know, most Brazilians want the ball.
They love the ball too much.
Richarlison is very disciplined. He doesn't get bored. He doesn't. If you watched him and his movement in that game,
He's just focused.
he's in between the defenders and he's just walking like in a line across and back, and sometimes forward. That's it. He knows the ball will come. He trusts the rest of the team to know the ball is going to come. And when it comes, bro, listen.
It was deadly.
You saw.
For Brazil, he's deadly.
He's a killer.
He's a killer. So, on that note, still Brazil for me, yeah.
Number
still
one.
stay in that category. No, not number one for me.
They're the favourites.
Number one for me has to be France, bro. No. France, listen, the French team.
The French players.
They are the defending champions.
They're falling off. Like, there's so many injuries.
Chouameni.
That's the problem.
Chouameni.
They're getting so many injuries, man.
Chouameni, bro.
Yeah.
Giroud, on form. Mbappe, freezing you. Just stop. Yo, Mbappe is the best player at this World Cup. And this guy is here to win the World Cup again. We don't know. We actually don't know. Nobody knows about this guy's mentality. This guy's mentality is a winning mentality. He is actually in his head.
He's a winner
I heard somebody
already.
speaking about him, a French journalist, who was saying he's speaking to his family. His family have prepared him for this. The way he speaks to his family is, he tells his family, I was born for this. He is a cocky, arrogant kind of
Rightly so,
winner.
though. Rightly so. Because he's won it already.
He's won it already at such a young age. But you need someone like that to carry you sometimes.
If he wins the World Cup twice, he's better than Messi.
And
he's better than Ronaldo.
Already?
Already.
Nah, you can't.
Pele won it 3 times.
Yeah, but you can't say that. It's very different, isn't it?
No, I'm just saying.
And the club stage is different. He's still going to have...
Okay, prime Messi couldn't do it with Argentina. Well, we're going to see Mbappe's not even hit his prime yet.
Bro, listen, I think we underestimate the French setup. They have so many ballers, but the way Deschamps plays, the kind of very reserved players...
I don't think Deschamps gets enough credit for what he does as a manager.
Yeah. He's clearly a good man manager, clearly...
And let's not forget,
tactical.
He won it.
Yeah, he won it as a player.
He won it in
but
98.
also, I think he's one of them guys who makes the difficult decisions and is very good at communicating with the players. When you're not playing good, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it's based on Mbappe, this team, but then you've just got guys who complement him. Yeah. Giroud's going to go bang
Griezmann.
when he's in the box. Griezmann's going to play football. Yeah. Dembele's and all these players. Coleman comes
Dembele
on
was
late.
playing very well.
Chouameni, bro. Do we need Kante? No, because we've got Chouameni, bro. And Rabiot, did he disappoint?
But he always plays well for France.
I know, and we were talking about before we spoke about it.
Can you remember when Man U wanted him in January?
Yeah, and everyone was like, but I think we were the same.
Yeah, we were.
But this guy's a baller. Anyway, so for me, France is still favourites, but I'll leave those two in the category. We had in that category England, and we also had Argentina. For me, Argentina fall, yeah, completely. Not even in the secondary list. Argentina
they're out.
will not win. World Cup.
They won't get past.
Slow.
They won't get past the quarters. In fact, they won't get past the round of 16. Yeah.
Mad prediction.
I don't think they will.
Mad prediction. But it's based on what you've seen in the first game.
I don't think they will.
England, after the first game, I thought they're going to compete with France and Brazil.
Did you see Messi in that game against Saudi? He looked lost.
He looked old, didn't it?
I felt sorry for him.
He looked old.
I felt sorry for him.
He looked old, and Di Maria's old. He still played better, but Di Maria's old. Gomez is old.
He was the only player that was a standout player for them. In my opinion, Di
I
Maria was the only one.
Martinez, Lautaro.
But he was doing. Martinez was only doing things, as in every time he got the ball, he was thinking, "Where's Messi?
Yeah.
Where's Messi?"
No, but
everybody's been asking that question. What is Messi?
Where is Messi?
Where is Messi?
Where is he? What is it? Excuse me. Is he?
Is he here? Is it? No, he's in Abdi's pocket.
Where is Messi? And you know what it is though? Amazing. What the Saudis did.
Yeah.
And we've got to give them the respect. You remember the story I told you when I was a youngster?
Yeah.
And we beat the Saudis. We used to go to a Saudi school. The Libyan team beat the Saudi team. And the Saudi kid was so vexed. He said to me, "Is Saudi hina? Will Libya hina?" He basically said, the Saudis are up here and the Libyans are down here. Being classist, yeah? But
Saudis are up in the sky, bro.
But to be fair, you see how the Saudis even made this. They made the camera wobble there, yeah? That's how mad the juju's going on, yeah? But right now, I'm even backing him. It's Saudi hina.
Yeah, 100%.
And Argentina.
They're in the gutter, bro.
Yo, we don't even know where they are.
They're in the gutter, bro. In the gutter.
But yo, no, listen.
No,
So,
but listen,
Argentina, no chance.
no chance.
England, we did see them twice now, which changed my opinion. I still have to leave them in the top category because
The team, the players that they've got.
They didn't lose, don't it?
And they could, they were so poor today, they should have lost. But the fact that they didn't lose,
Shows you
it shows they still got
resilient
something
team.
very resilient.
And
And,
then
look, they needed a performer tonight. They needed somebody to be strong. They needed somebody to stand up and say, listen, we're not going to let this go. Maguire did that. Maguire did that.
He did.
Your boy,
Harry. But the issue for me is how Kane, even though he didn't look
I don't
sharp,
think
and he doesn't stay on the
think he'd recovered from that injury.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he should. Personally, I don't think he should have started anyway. But look, it is what it is. England struggled tonight. They're gonna.
But they're not in the top echelon, innit? We're still rating because Brazil's control of the game and France's control of the game was elite. Another team that takes Argentina, for me, takes Argentina's spot. It has to be Spain. No.
Spain. Okay.
Spain are taking Argentina's spot as in the third, fourth favourite in my books. Because it's a sharp team, though, isn't it?
I'll tell you who else has
slick.
really shocked me. Is Germany. Germany normally
We had them in
ready
the
for a
second echelon,
tournament.
innit?
Yeah, we had them in the second set. But the thing is, they were so hung up on the political side of things that I kind of think that it made them lose focus on the football side of things, which is fair enough, it happens. And Eden Hazard said it right. He said, if Germany needs to understand that they're here to play football.
The German football players are here to play football.
He goes, they were trying to leave a political message and they couldn't even win a game. Concentrate on winning the game first and then talk about a political message.
Yeah.
Granit Xhaka also said something not too dissimilar. He said, I'm not here to teach people about anything. I'm here to play football and that's what we're going to do. And I don't need to speak about anything else. I'm just here to do football, play football. And it's as simple as that. So these teams now that are concentrating, and I feel like the teams that have been concentrating so much and getting so caught up and hung up on the media and the political side of things, they're starting to look a bit stupid because they're failing, right? Now, the teams that have just concentrated on the football...
You think it affects the players themselves?
100%. Because I feel like the external influencers, like the pundits and everybody else talking.
And the armband, don't
wear it. Or they looked weak because they didn't wear it. They've had so much stick now, the players, for not wearing the armband or whatever. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on them now to be a certain way or to move in a certain way. Like it's just too much. Just let them play football, man. Let them play let them do what they're there to do.
At the end of the day, do you know what? On that note, I don't want to dwell on the politics too much, but what I've realised, because we were talking about Gary Lineker before, and I forget Gary Lineker is a football player first. These guys, not all of them are the most highly educated.
They're not educated.
Or even though the modern pros, they try to get as educated as possible because they've got the facilities for that now. They're not politically educated. They don't have political experience.
They really don't.
The players shouldn't be in that position.
You know, Mark Lawrenson.
Shouldn't be talking about that.
Mark Lawrenson. I saw an interview with him today, and he said this. He said, "Listen, the way this has been portrayed, it's not come from the presenters. It's come from right from the top."
Yeah.
He goes, this has come right from the top, and that's why they're speaking like this.
Well, the evidence is Gary Lineker in Russia, when he was asked about why are you in Russia and you're happy to present after the Crimean War, he actually said the exact thing, which is you should be saying now, I'm here to comment on football, I'm not here to comment on the politics. And now he's doing the exact opposite. He's going against his own morals, clearly. And it's clear it's coming from the top. And like we said, it's having that negative impact.
100%.
So the Germans are off the second group, second tier.
Definitely.
So top tier for us now.
Even Belgium, that we had in the second set, I think they don't look that good because, you know what?
It's the aging team though, isn't it?
It's an aging team, but they're still, like, De Bruyne made so many poor passes in that game, it was unreal.
But they can be better in it.
No, they can be.
We know they can be better.
Hazard played okay. I was surprised.
But with the Germans as well, I mean, we wanted to talk about the underdogs who've done amazing.
Japan.
Obviously, Japan.
But Japan beat them.
At with
Japan
Saudi,
got to the quarterfinals of the last World Cup.
Yeah, see, there you go.
So this wasn't a lucky result.
It wasn't, but with this, so let's talk about underdog games. So the Saudis got 3 chances, scored 2.
Yeah.
Japan, I thought looked dangerous every time they got the ball.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Even though they didn't have as many chances, didn't have the possession.
That's right.
They looked dangerous. Their game plan worked, and they clearly.
Rudiger did his funny run and ended up losing the game. You know, life comes at you very fast, man.
It does.
Don't be arrogant.
We were big in him. We had him in our team of the World Cup.
He will still be in my team. I just think, again, because of the external political unrest that is there right now, because of the media and everything else, they're pushing an agenda. it's made the players fuck up. And it's as simple as that.
It
because
is.
these guys are just footballers.
They are.
You know, so many times FIFA have said you can't make football political. And even the Premier League said that you can't make football political. All these other leagues say you can't make football political. When it suits them, they make it political. And they've made this World Cup political, and they're fucking seeing the consequences of it now because they're struggling. Their teams are struggling the most.
Unfortunate. So let's summarise now. So for me now, I think from this conversation, the Urban Ballers official predictions, we've got two favourites. Brazil, France, at the top echelon. For you, it's Brazil higher. For me, it's France higher. The next little group for me is going to be Spain, England still, and we forgot to mention Portugal. I think Portugal clearly have the firepower, but Ghana made them look a bit shaky, so that's why they're in the second tier.
You know what,
Ghana,
that Ghana game, the referee made some silly decisions. In
could
my
have
opinion.
gone in Ghana's favour.
No. It shouldn't have. The first goal Ronaldo scored shouldn't have been disallowed. The penalty was definitely a penalty.
Been more comfortable.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What it is with Portugal they have now that they didn't have before is they've got a firepower off the bench.
Yeah.
Leao coming on changes it. That's a very different game now.
A very good player.
And he's an amazing player as well. So I think the Portuguese are in the second echelon, and then I think we've removed Germany and Argentina from the favourites altogether.
Netherlands, we mentioned it before, but I would like to pull Netherlands up a little bit, give them a little bit of credit because
they were in our secondary category, but they look like they can see a game through, they can get the results, but they don't have.
They're not playing very flashy. Yeah, Gakpo.
But they've got one superstar clearly. So it's amazing. In that category, we're going to have also, for me, after pulling Uruguay, I know they played poorly. Very poorly, but the squad.
No, the players. Yeah. It's one thing having the players. On paper, they look amazing. But when I saw how they played, I was like, if this is what they're going to be bringing to the table, when they come up against Portugal, they're in the same group as Portugal, aren't they? Yeah. They're not going to win Portugal.
So the outside chance is going to be for us then Uruguay, Netherlands. And who else? Are we missing somebody? We've removed Germany. And we've removed Argentina altogether from anyone who's going to be close to this
I'll tell you something else. Tunisia were really impressive against Denmark. Really impressive against them. They were unlucky.
I think we've got a few teams we don't really know about yet.
So
they've got a solid defence,
Morocco,
basis.
if they were had a little bit more cutting edge up front, they would have won Croatia comfortably. So this the way I'm seeing this tournament is this: those countries that are used to heat, used to this kind of heat, climate, and I feel as though because the way most countries don't give visas to fans from these countries, but the number of supporters the Saudis have got, the Tunisians have got, the Iranians have got, the Moroccans have got, the Algerians.
It's going to play in their favour.
It is in their favour, man.
It is, especially Brazil. Look, we saw how Brazil were lifted by their fans. Amazing fan base. So for me, I remember now. I remember the other team. Ooh. This is going to have to be in the third echelon. I honestly think Ecuador are looking banging. This might be the underdog of the tournament for me. And Ecuador. You're right, South American teams, African teams, it looks like maybe they'll go a little bit further in this tournament. Maybe it's the weather, or maybe it's their time. For me, as an African, I do hope Ghana, Senegal, Morocco, Tunisia could do something special.
It'll be nice. It'll be nice for a different country. Even Ecuador.
Yeah, we'd love that. Even Uruguay. I love Uruguay. Underdog team.
I don't think they will though. They're not really an underdog team. They're not really an underdog team because the players that they've got, they can't be an underdog team.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Valverde, Nunes, Bentancur, Suarez, Cavani off the bench. Then you got Godin, Jimenez. Listen, that is not an underdog team.
They've got a proper team. In them.
Yeah.
And then on that note, I think that's where we are after the group stages. We've told you our favourites. We've told you our second categories.
Yep.
We've talked about those upsets already. There's going to be, of course, more upsets. But please do remember to put in your comments what you think. Who are your favourites? Who are definitely not going to win the World Cup? And make sure also you click that big like button and subscribe if you're new, and
click the notification bell.
It's a line, bro. It's a line. You made it.
Oh yeah, don't be a bell. Click the notification bell. My bad.
And we'll see you in the next one. Peace!